On day 4 of our Scarlet Lady cruise, we enjoy a drag show in the Manor. That was a lot of fun. I show you a little bit of what it's like to work remotely from a cruise ship. And then we check out Scarlet Night, which is an evening where the entire ship transforms, everything becomes red, everyone's wearing red, and there are a lot of wild parties and interesting performances all around the ship. You'll definitely want to check that out at the end. I'm Bill from CruiseHabit.com. Check it out.
It's a sea day, and Ship Eats is my alarm clock. I am not ready for sunlight. I've got some coffee, of course, always coffee. Oh, I think that's muesli, maybe? What else? Had to get some more of those jalapeno cheddar biscuit things. Scrambled eggs, vegan sausage, some veggies. And this is, I forgot what they call this, but this is from Razzle Dazzle. It's berries and French toast and Nutella. It is the most indulgent, ridiculous thing that I'm not going to be able to eat all of because I need to stay awake. In a live video yesterday, someone was asking me about what I really like about Virgin. And there's a lot of things I like about Virgin. One of the things is everything they do, the quality is there. So muesli, if you're used to it like on another ship or a hotel, it's soaked, like more of an overnight oats thing, which is great. But like this is all freshly prepared, and the quality of the berries, everything is just excellent. Uncombed Hairbilly, just chiming in to let you know that these jalapeno cheddar biscuits are really changing my life. Finished with breakfast. That whole breakfast, by the way, room service was $3 because that's the cost of the espresso. That's all. Now I need to do some work, so a lot of good places to work on this ship actually. I'm trying to find a particularly quiet one. This looks lovely, but no, probably not gonna get any work done here. This is how everyone spends sea days, right? I took a quick lunch break down in the galley, which is the casual eating area. It's like a food hall concept of sorts, really like it there. And I'd been working up there all morning. There's music, not loud, but I had a meeting scheduled. So I thought, well, where can I go that's quiet? Now on a lot of ships, they'll have conference rooms or meeting areas. And if you just ask if there's nothing scheduled, you can go on in there. In this case, I did. I got in there, I set up. It's called the Den, by the way, on this ship. It's one of them. Minor miscommunication. They had some crew training scheduled right as I was getting started. No big deal. I fell back on the trick I've used on a number of ships, which is head to a closed restaurant. I'm actually in Pink Agave right now, and they do not open for lunch today. So that means it's relatively quiet. Once in a while a crew member walks by, but it's quiet, no music, not bothering anyone. Just found a table with an outlet, and I'll be working from here for a little while. I realize most people won't be working from cruise ships, but if you do, if that is something interesting to you, check the links down below. I've got an article with things that you should know, tips for working remotely from a cruise ship. Done with meetings for the day. Still have a little bit of work to catch up on, but I need coffee. And it's crazy, I don't think I've been to the coffee shop on board yet. Walking towards the Grounds Club, which is the onboard coffee shop, and already things are looking a little strange for Scarlet Night. This is the Grounds Club. It's the onboard coffee shop, and they've got fantastic coffee here, as well as tea from JoJo Tea, which is a Miami tea company that I ordered their stuff online. In fact, I've got a video that I did about their teas during the pandemic. They also have some pastries here that are delightful, including, I remember this guy from this morning, but I think I'm gonna have a cookie and some espresso. Time to catch up on a little bit of editing. I had to get a chocolate chip cookie. I had to get some sort of pastry. Espresso, cookie, yin, yang. Virgin provides a couple ways for you to figure out what's going on during your sailing. So there are throughout the ship. You can go to Sailor Services. We're over at the coffee shop still. You can grab one of the printed schedules. There's the app, and that's really the main way. I think that's the best way because, you know, if something changes in the middle of the day, they can always update that and you can reserve things. But there's the app to paper. In addition, you'll find these QR codes in a few different places, and that's just a web version on your phone of the day's events. I'm pretty excited about this. I ordered one more thing over here at the Grounds Club. This is the Jasmine Cloud tea. I got this back in December and it was beautiful, as it is now. And absolutely delicious. So, again, one of the teas from JoJo Tea Company.
Puppies. Their fur, to be exact.
This is Scoop. There it is. It's an ice cream themed game show. That's Ryan the Foodie, one of the Happenings cast. He's the host. Lick Me Till I Scream, the ice cream joint, is right behind us. And ice cream is involved. There's a lot of puns, cows, dairy. Tell ya, I don't know what could have caused it, but I went from like falling asleep at my laptop to wired. So I'm actually going to go for a little run, get in a light workout, because I have not done a good job about that on this cruise. Usually my rule is 5 nights or more I try and exercise during the cruise. Out at the Aquatic Club, you have this pool, which is usually a little more chill than the other one. A bar, of course, and they've got some juices and other refreshing things there. But this is also the fitness area. What part? So over there, you see through those windows, there's a bit of a silhouette. That's strength training equipment. And then over here are treadmills, and there's some other cardio equipment in there. There are group fitness classes, one deck up from here in several different rooms. You also have this outdoor, I never know what to call that, but it looks like something that shouldn't be near me after I've been drinking. This is Burn and Bike, part of B Complex. Lockers over here, digital lockers. There is a room where they do spin classes over here. I've never done that, but if I was going to, I mean, it's a nice view. And I'm just gonna do some cardio on my own over here. Finished a quick short run, but I got lots more I want to see and do. Not much time left in the cruise. One thing over here though, another water bottle filler. You don't see cups around. They don't like to use disposable stuff, and I think that's great. However, it does mean you should either bring a water bottle, or if you forget one, you can buy them here. You can buy a Scarlet Lady one if you want, or a Virgin Voyages one. And that way you have it handy to fill up. I do wish they would put reusable cups at some of these out on deck, either the places that are far from bars or like in the gym. If it's near a bar, to me, it doesn't matter. That'd be a nice little improvement, but still a great feature. I like it a lot better than going through a bunch of water bottles. I don't like that at all, the throwaway ones. Just rehydrated after the run. But since I've been inside most of the day, I kind of just want to take a little stroll. So let's go for a walk around the open deck on Scarlet Lady. Now I'll take you at regular speed to, it's a really cool spot that I suspect most people never notice, and it's called the Perch. May have mentioned it in another video, but this is all the way aft on, I think this is 16, maybe like and a half deck. And in this space, you get this amazing view all the way around. It's really cool actually when you're in port, like when you're in Port Miami, for example, and you have a great skyline view from here. You can just relax out here. They're often deck chairs. I mean, you see them stacked right now because it's getting late. But there are deck chairs out here. It's also the only part of the ship where they allow topless sunbathing. And right above us, there's semi-shade, but of course, if you go a little further out, it's completely open air. And in the morning, there's some yoga mats. In the morning, the balancer does yoga out here. Leads yoga out here. I mean, I guess he does yoga too. Oh, and this area is accessible. There's a separate elevator that just goes like to this half deck. So it can be a little tricky to figure out how to get here if you can't do stairs, but it is absolutely possible. Oh, look. I can totally see myself coming back here in July. Maybe come join me. That's actually a good time to mention something and to thank some folks, the awesome folks over at Touring Clans Travel. I do this because I love it. I love cruising, and the way all this started was a while ago, 6 years ago, I think. I was just on Periscope talking about ships as they sailed by, and people said, "What's your website? What's your website?" And eventually I made a website. And it's been awesome. But I do this because I love cruising. I love talking about it. A lot of the things I get to do now wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the awesome folks at Touring Clans Travel, and that's for two reasons. One, they plan all of my travel. The great folks there put up with a lot of my crazy schedule changes, last minute bookings, questions, digging into things. They're awesome, and they can help you too, and that brings me to two. They do sponsor CruiseHabit. I work with them because I have trusted these same folks with my travel for over a decade. And it would be a big help to me if you check out them. You can see the link below, or maybe I'll put a thing you can click over. So I don't know how the internet works, but yeah, they're awesome. They help me, they can help you too. These white cabanas over here are, can I check one of these out? Let's see if there's anyone over here. Let's just see what happens. Hey, there we go. So these do come at an extra charge. You can rent them for the day. I don't honestly remember the cost. If I find it, I'll put it up here. But I don't know how popular it is. I've seen them in use only a handful of times. There's so many great places to lounge on this ship that I just don't know that it's necessary. It does come with, beverage service and things like that, but I don't know. I've never felt like it's hard to find a really comfy place to lounge and great service anywhere on the ship. In fact, these red guys here, these are complimentary. They're in a number of spaces on the open decks, and you can just come up. They are padded. They're actually pretty comfy. I like the way that they did this. You still get some light and some breeze, but it blocks a little bit. And I didn't notice this the first time. It's hard to do with one hand. It's like a little ottoman. I'm not totally sure why they're numbered. I suspect it's because of Ship Eats. Ship Eats, the room service thing I've talked about. You can order other places on the ship now. It's supposed to expand to more places, and I wonder if originally they were like, oh, well, maybe you want to order something right to number 12. I don't know, that's speculation. The water looked too tempting, so I am gonna get in. I talk about this every time on premium lines, on market lines. You just grab a towel, no checking out towels or anything. The reason, by the way, there aren't so many chairs out right now is because they're getting ready for Scarlet Night. We'll show off what that is. I don't know that the outside part of Scarlet Night will happen tonight because it's windy, but we'll see.
Just hung out in the pool for a bit, met some nice people. Another firefighter. And now relaxing out on the sea terrace in the hammock. The hammock thing, every cruise line needs to have hammocks. That's all this comes down to. It's actually pretty nice. Tonight is Scarlet Night. Scarlet Night is pretty cool. There's a lot of events, high energy, yes, red themed. That is, everything on the ship becomes red, but high energy. There's a theatrical element to it. There's a storyline. We'll show you some of the stuff that's going on tonight. We do need to figure out dinner too. I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner. But right now I'm just liking listening to the sound of the waves crashing. Scarlet Night begins soon. I think the official time is 9 o'clock. It's around 8:15 right now. We're gonna go grab some dinner. I'm gonna see maybe if we can get a walk up at the test kitchen. We'll find out.
Hello, welcome to Test Kitchen. I have a welcome drink for you.
Thank you very much.
It's a non-alcoholic and it's made with hibiscus tea, ginger ale, honey, cinnamon, and a splash of lavender. Alright?
Very tasty. Thought you were gonna clink.
Hey, alright, Luther is my name, so welcome to Test Kitchen. And this Mr.
Perch, Billy, William,
Billy.
any of those
Alright,
things.
Okay, welcome. Okay, so what we're gonna do tonight, I'll explain to you, is what's becoming really very popular nowadays. It's like a chef tasting menu, alright? 6 stunning courses is what we prepared for you. So what the master chef has done, he chose some simple or daily ingredient and then he turned it out into something spectacular. Something out of this world, right?
Excellent.
Dishes will be artfully presented, so prepare your cameras with you. Instagrammable.
Check.
Instagrammable, if I may use that word, right? Yeah. Instagrammable. I believe it's a word now.
I think it is.
All right. So, do you have any allergies, first of all, that I must be aware of?
So the first course is a gazpacho, and we did the cocktail pairing. It's $35. We just did one of them because I got stuff to do. And you can do a cocktail pairing, a beer pairing, or a wine pairing. This is a bergamot kind of floral cocktail to start with. Just had the gazpacho. I'm not a big cold soup person, but that was really good. Once again, just fresh ingredients. And then there was like an iced thing in the middle of it. That was pretty cool. We're doing a vegetarian menu, as you may have heard us talking about, depending on how I edit this. But there are choices in all the restaurants. You can scan a QR code. If you ask for a paper menu, they're happy to bring it to you. Sometimes they just bring it to you either way. Just love watching the care with which she's making these. Each one, making sure everything's perfect. So next in the pairing, this is a pear liqueur with sparkling wine. It's brewed, it's dry, and then they infuse it with a lime like tablet with the nitrogen. And if you're wondering what that's all about, check out the video from the first day, the second day, the sea day. Yes, check out the video from earlier in the sailing when we went to Shot for Shot, which is a mixology and Instagram course that we did, in fact, right over here. This looks fancy. Oh, excellent. Love the smoky smell.
Do you want to explain it? Yeah.
Yes, of course. Eggs and peas.
Yeah,
So at the
exactly.
bottom of this, you have some kale turret. The peas are English peas, nicely blanched, crunchy. It's topped with a confit of egg yolk, egg confit. And on top, instead of regularly we put caviar. For vegetarians, we use caviar rolling. So it's a texture of caviar made of olive oil.
Excellent.
Chef recommendation to break the yolk. Okay, mix it all together to get the flavor profile and spread with a Guinness beer bread.
I'll admit this is a little tricky to eat because you really want to soak it, but then you lose the peas. It really retains the smokiness. Next drink is a ginger sour. It's yuzu and lime and ginger. Ooh, there's some ginger candy on the top. I know you like that.
Yeah, crystallized ginger, yeah.
No?
It's good, very good.
This course is a sort of panna cotta with white and green asparagus. The black crumbles are some sort of Russian bread and edible flowers and some onion. I really like the plates here. Can you see the pattern? It's got a cool pattern. So it was good. If I know some people are not as adventurous as eaters. I don't think there's anything honestly particularly adventurous of anything we've had. However, that particular dish, I will note,
is it's a very like kind of a creamy sort of thing with some slivers of veggies in there, and that texture may not resonate with everyone. Thought it was good. There were peanuts in there. I don't like peanuts, but once I realized that, ate around them, we're okay. Cacao Boulevardier, but I don't know how cacao's involved. But it's whiskey, bitters, some vermouth. Oh, it's a little sweet, a lot of bitter. This is a veggie souffle. It's like it's vegan actually. There's a kale puree, or veggie tart, I'm sorry. There's a kale puree and a bunch of different types of vegetables. Love how colorful it is. The lighting in here is weird, so I'm not sure if you can see, but really a pretty dish. And then this, and I remember this from last time, this is potato, but thin, very thin slices of potato layered on top of each other. I mean, razor thin with some chives. This is awesome. They said that dish was inspired by like the idea of going to a market and, you know, getting a bunch of different vegetables. Kind of tastes that way, very fresh, well cooked though. Sometimes like you don't want to bite into like with a fork a bunch of raw vegetables, but you also don't want it to be mushy. It was really, I like that part of it.
Yeah, it's like a good steam kind of in between, and the crust is perfectly flaky, which
Yes,
delicious.
Right.
Yeah.
Gold star.
So this is our next courses. I will start with the cocktail we call Apple Blossom. It's made from apple brandy, pinot cherry, and topped with some tonic water. A little bit fresh mint leaf for the garnish. They will infusing with the very nice and fresh flavor. This is very nice and fruity drink. It's very good combination with our second course. For you, for additional, we have a mandarin sorbet. It's very nice fresh mandarin. We blend a little bit honey and also added honey to make it sweet flavor and very refreshing for you, right? Let's enjoy.
This is great. It's got a wonderful citrus flavor without being overly sweet, and it's served in, I mean, that's like a frozen orange peel. I don't recall having this one. In fact, several of the courses have been different. And that's great because as like with prefix menus, even when there's a selection, when you go for a vegetarian option, I thought we'd get the exact same stuff. Slightly different in a few cases. Some of the things like the egg, the smoked egg, that was the same, but a few of the other things have been different. So it's been nice. It seems like a lot of the drinks are more on the bitter side rather than the sweet side. That's definitely your preference, I know, but it's something good to keep in mind because if you're expecting a lot of really fruity drinks, you're not going to get that. I think they're good, but I think some people might be disappointed by that.
The first few were a little bit more on the sweet side. Like, well, there was the aperitif wasn't, but then there were a few.
The ginger one was.
Yeah. So there's a few that are sweeter, but it does get progressively like a little bit stronger and a little more bitter, which is kind of my jam. Eat it because I have to.
I'm so full. I don't know how people. I've heard folks say that they come to Test Kitchen. They say, "Oh, it's good," but then I need to eat afterward. I'm so full. This is dessert. It's macadamia nut, coconut, chocolate, strawberries, strawberry kind of puree. Kind of excited about this. Editing room Billy here. Turns out I didn't really explain what Scarlet Night was, so instead of doing a good job of it now, I'll just put in a clip of me doing a bad job of explaining it, say from December. Welcome to the fabled celebration of love between the goddess of the sea and the sailor who won her heart. Welcome to Scarlet Night here on Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. The roundabout is very red right now, and in fact earlier I mentioned this, which is now all red, except for the purple section facing north. I don't know how that works. This net is put up on Scarlet Night, and they have some little piece of paper with stamps and pens. You can leave a note anonymously or deliver it. And it's fun to read the individual little notes here. It's a Larissa. wake is red tonight. Heading to the pool for the after party, the late night Scarlet Night. That is what I always look forward to showing people.
You mean to tell me that we were at Bimini Beach Club the whole time and none of you Shit! I really thought that I was a goner too. No, God.
Wow, that's crazy. They hit me everywhere except my legs!
Hello. Congratulations. You've been selected for a $100 Walmart gift card.
We just enjoyed cocktails and revelry with the Diva, and that was a really impressive show and a lot of fun because I haven't got to see this on pass sailing, so I'm happy to have got to see it and share a little bit of it with you. The Diva, part of the Happenings cast, drag queen on board, absolutely fantastic performer. That was so much more entertaining than I actually thought it was going to be. Audience really loved it, a popular event. I can imagine that as there are more people that sail on Virgin, this will just grow into a wildly popular thing. This is the pretty wild pool party that goes on. It's sort of an after party. Centerpiece, as you can tell, is this massive octopus. Now, that does mean that if you are on and it's too windy at night, unfortunately you have to move this party indoors. Still a good time, but just check that out. A lot of people dancing, guests, crew, entertainment, everyone having a good time. Some just standing, that's sort of a couple inches of water, some standing in there. I didn't see anyone jump into the pool fully clothed on this particular night, but we weren't up there as late as we were sometimes. That's always fun to watch. It is just a great time. And like with so many things on Virgin, the hype team loves to get folks involved to the extent that they're comfortable and hangs out, dances. It is just so much fun. This guy, Ryan the Foodie, he has quickly become one of my favorites. We met actually at the Terminal V opening. I'll confess, I am not a dancer at all, but I love watching other people dance and have a good time, and this is a great place and time to do it. If it seems a little bit loud, but you still want to be outdoors, worry not, because right on the other side of this, you'll see a bunch of people dressed for Scarlet Night, enjoying the air, but a little more quiet. After the deck party on Scarlet Night, it was time to turn in. We stayed up a little too late up there, and I had to work in the morning, which is why here at the Coffee Bar Grounds Club now. But I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and click the little bell so you're alerted each time we publish a new video. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys think. I know today was kind of a wild day with the drag show and Scarlet Night, and maybe not so wild with the working part in the middle of it. But look forward to talking ship with you again real soon.